All right, it is top of the hour, so I want to welcome everyone and thank you for joining me on the webinar today. My name is George. I am the founder and CEO of Eagle Eye Strategies. So today's webinar, we're actually just going to cover what are some strategies that you could use today, tomorrow to really start growing your business in this recession. That's what I wanted to cover in today's call. Just a few questions I've gotten from some businesses around town. And we're going to be going through about 5 strategies of what you can use to start growing your business, regardless of where you are with your business at this time. So we're going to build this just around a question that I usually like asking business owners, really kind of reading what other business owners are doing. What is the difference? The question is, what is the difference between a business owner who is stuck working in his or her business versus a business owner who's really living their life on his own terms? And to really kind of get this point across, I'm going to share a story with you that I heard a while back that kind of really gives a lesson of what business owners who are living the way they want to live, what they do different from the other business owners. So here's a story. So one day on a beautiful spring afternoon 25 years ago, 2 men decided to start their own businesses. They were very much alike, these 2 men. Both were sharp, both were personable. Both, as new entrepreneurs usually do, had big dreams for their business future. Recently, these 2 men ran into each other. They were still very much alike. Both were happily married. Both had children, and both, as it turned out, had started businesses in the same industry, providing the same services, and were still in business despite the tips and turns of the economy. But also, they had an excellent reputation for quality. But there was a difference. One of the men worked in his business 40 to 50 hours a week and made a modest income for his family. The other man spent more time with his family than he did working and was a multimillionaire. So what is it that made the difference? Now, I often wonder, what is it, what kind of difference in it, what is it that makes this kind of difference in people's lives? And, it's not that one person is more intelligent or hardworking or luck. And it's certainly not that one person wants success more than the other person. But the difference is usually what each person knows and what he or she does with that knowledge. I'm going to repeat that again. The difference lies in what each person knows and what he or she does with that knowledge. So if we look at these 2 men, the first man, who worked hard to bring home a modest income for his family, had become an expert on the latest techniques and procedures in his industry. The second man, who had become a multimillionaire, had become an expert in marketing. The first man had become a master of his craft, while the second man had become a master at bringing in new clients, getting higher deals, and bringing in more money. The first man took pride in doing everything himself. He had to make sure everything was done right. While the second man, with his higher revenues, took pride in hiring the most qualified and skilled workers in his industry to be part of his team. The first man, his business was his life, while the second man, his business allowed him to have the lifestyle that he really wanted. So the history of these 2 men is going to be repeated in hundreds of lives in the next few months. And many entrepreneurs are going to start and run businesses only to end up being a job. They might make, they're going to make more money than they did in a job, but it comes with more stress and more work with it. So, and they're not going to be going anywhere. It's just going to be a huge rat race again of them being stuck working in their business instead of building a business that gives them the lifestyle that they really want. But there's a handful of entrepreneurs who go about doing things very different. And this small handful of entrepreneurs, what they do is that they position themselves as the dominant players in their industry. They set themselves up so that they become the one person that people go to when they have questions or they want those services. 2, they become one of the big boys that scoop up 80% of the available sales, while the small fish who don't know any better are left competing for each other for the scraps. And number 3, they set up their businesses so that they not only run themselves, but they grow on their own. And what this does is that this increases more profits over year after year after year, while the entrepreneur, the business owner, is spending less time working. And And that is the power of these strategies of you just setting up your business so that it's running without you being there, without needing you, is a huge thing to really take into place. So, what is the whole lesson for this whole story that I just told you about? The fastest way for you to grow your business in today's economy is not by doing more hard work, is by improving your marketing. Now, whether you like it or not, it doesn't matter how good you are or how good your service is. You're gonna have to market. You're gonna have to get your name out there. You're gonna have to find new ways to grab attention. And I'm sure you all know just people are very distracted these days. So you have to stand out now. It's not what it was before. You have to stand out in every way that you can. Be outrageous. Do whatever you need to do in order for your the prospects to see you. So what are we really talking about here? We're going to talk about 5 strategies that you can really utilize to really start doing this, improving your marketing. And the first one is creating systems that bring you new clients automatically. Number 2 is branding yourself as the top provider in your niche. You becoming the top expert or the top authority in your niche, in your local market. Tweaking your ads to outpull your competition. This means you have to know the numbers your market is pulling back in. You have to know that for every dollar you put into it, you want to get $2 back. Otherwise, it's not worth it. Finding new profits in your existing relationship portfolio. This means, what money are you leaving on your table? And we're going to look a little bit more into that. And last but not least is building a business that runs itself. Again, you want to build a business that you can get on a plane and go away and not have to worry about it. So the first one is creating systems that bring you new clients automatically. One quick way to really do this is really creating a very quick, simple lead generation website. This is going to help with your marketing online, just getting noticed online. There's a huge market there that some business owners overlook when it comes to online marketing, but lead generation is very quickly. Give them an irresistible offer. They come into your email list, you have their email, and you can start marketing to them that way and really maintaining a relationship with them, with your leads. Secondly is doing an email blast, and if you have any marketing, make sure it's all automated. Make sure that your emails are approved and scheduled ahead of time, and your ads the same thing. They can be sent out automatically, and setting up a system that tracks who's done what and who has not responded yet. The other thing is turn your customers into your own sales force. I had a chiropractor in New Jersey a while back who did this really well. He would give you a $20 credit towards a 1-hour massage he was charging $100 for. And nobody really refused it. He's giving me, all I have to do is for 5 people and I get a free massage for, the value was $100. Doing webinars is another way for you to really communicate with your prospects in a way so they don't feel so threatened that they have to be, they're not in front of you, they're at home in their computer, and they can watch you doing a presentation about what your services can offer. This seems to be really great actually with doctors, surgeons, or anybody who has like a service that people have a lot of question about. This could be one way for you to really address those obstacles before they come to see you. And number 2 is branding yourself as a top provider in your niche. What this means is really positioning yourself to be the trusted authority. I want to give you an example. Take a doctor. Doctors, they go through a process of school. It's first 4 years and then another 4 years in residency, and when they get out, they come out with an MD. And they become a trusted authority that a doctor can tell you anything, and it will be very hard for you to. It will be hard for someone to come and convince them that he was wrong. Again, he's a trusted authority. So, the goal is for you to become the trusted authority, so that when you talk to people, you have that kind of leverage on them. You have that kind of persuasion on them that, hey, this guy knows what he's talking about. Look at him. He's either published a book or he has this or he has that. You have to find ways or strategize how you can become the trusted authority in your market. And one way you can do that is to dominate your local market, either using online searches or offline. But you gotta find a way to do that as well. Third is tweaking your ads to outpull your competition. You cannot outpull your competition using your ads unless you measure your marketing to know what's working and what is not working. You have to measure your marketing so that every dollar you put into it, you want to at least double it. Otherwise, the campaign is not working, it's dead. And once you do find what's working, you want to apply the 80-20 rule. Is focus on the ones that are working, the 20%, and then let the other ones fall apart. And you build other ones that are producing the same way as the 20% ads are pulling in. Finding new opportunities in your existing relationships. This is one of my favorite ones because you can see clients when they really start seeing that how much money they're leaving on the table. And the best way to really get you past this barrier of thinking this out is just ask yourself this one question. What other products and services do your clients and customers need? Again, going back to my chiropractor, he knew I was training for an event where I needed to get back into great conditioning, and that it was taking me a while. So he recommended a product, and he ended up getting paid 25% of the sales price that he offered to me, because he did what we call an affiliate marketing, where he promoted somebody else's product and he got paid for that introduction. We have joint venture marketing, which means that company A promotes company B and company B promotes company A, and they split up the profits whichever way they agree to do that. You have direct marketing, which is really an excellent way to kind of keep in touch with people in locally. Direct marketing is still very much alive. When done correctly, it will be usually the only thing you need. You don't even need any other marketing solutions or anything like strategies. And then online marketing is actually a very big thing. Right now, about 80% of businesses are really, 20% of businesses are really embracing how to use online marketing effectively. One thing that, if you have not taken on this advantage, is that you're missing out on a generation where people who spend a lot of time on their cell phones and computers cannot find you online. So to them, you're really non-existent, and you're missing out on a huge market that you're missing out on because you have not employed an online marketing strategy yet. Last but not least is building a business that runs itself. I want you to picture yourself a year from now being able to jump on a plane and go to Tahiti, go to Costa Rica, go to wherever you want to go in the world, and you're able to get on a plane and go for a month without having to worry about your business. What would that look like? That's what you need to build it to look like. You want to create systems so your business is running like that. And systems are really standard operating procedures that if anyone was to walk off the street into your business, they can open up, they can be given the document, and they know exactly what to do from step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what you do. Next thing is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You want to build a SOP list for everything that goes on into your business. That is the only way you can be able to step away from your business and let the other team, and let your team run it for you. Alright, so that was number 5. We're going to recap what the 5 strategies are. First one is create systems that bring you new clients automatically. Brand yourself as a top provider in your niche. Tweak your ads to outpull your competition. Find new profits in your existing relationships. And build a business that runs itself. The ultimate goal. Plus money. Never bad. So that's it for today's video. You'll be getting another video 2 days from now. And in that video, we're going to identify the one problem you're facing and how you can resolve it. Thank you for your time, and have a great day.